Welcome back to the best music review show on the internet that's hosted by me and thee, and that listens to new and old music every week. This week we've been listening to a new release, which is by an artist that I want to say is called PVRIS, but I believe is pronounced Paris, and the album is called...
Evergreen.
Ooh.
Not the Will Young song.
Aww. Any preconceptions of Paris?
Nope, never even heard of them.
I feel like I've come across them somewhere, but I don't think I've heard them before listening to this album. I don't know where I would have even come across them, but that stylization of it, I think I've seen somewhere.
Yeah, I've seen it. I don't know what it was. I think I've seen it in like music reviews. You always have like, or sometimes have like, oh, for fans of this. So when I was like, yeah, I don't know what that is though.
Did you do any of your Wikipedia research?
Yeah, I found out that it's now essentially just a one-woman project.
Yeah, and I also found out that this review show is basically just a gay music project because she's gay. The past 4 or something reviews we've done have all been gay artists. And Lynn Gunn, who's in this, is gay. So yeah, we only review gay people's music from now.
When you said that at first, I thought game music.
When
music. Did we do that?
This week we're reviewing Street Fighter soundtrack.
Yeah. No conceptions other than that.
Yeah. My only preconceptions, which were basically when we opened it on Apple Music and it said rock. So
yeah, it's all rock, yeah.
Yeah, so I thought, okay, my preconception is that it's going to be some rock music.
Yeah.
Beyond that, not really got any idea.
No, and how wrong that was.
How very, very wrong that was. It took me a few listens with this one because I felt like the first listen was an unfair listen because you go in expecting, 38 Special.
Yeah.
Going in expecting rock music puts you kind of on the wrong foot listening to it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I had to listen to it a fair few times to go in knowing what to expect and to review it fairly. Yeah. What did you make of it?
I didn't like it. There was too much genre?
Genre?
Genre mishmash.
That's how we speak up north.
Yeah, genre. Too much genre mishmashing.
Are you alright?
No. Because, I don't know, too much electronica. I hate the vocals on it. Just horribly auto-tuned and treated. The little bits of electronica I don't like because it reminds me of... I can't even remember if it sounded like this, but mindless self-indulgence, just like little bits and bobs. And it's got hip-hop beats to it, which I don't like mixed in with what's meant to be rock. I hate the sound of the guitars on it as well because you can tell they're just overly treated and produced as well.
They seem very shoehorned in as well.
Yeah.
Maybe just so they can say rock.
Yeah. But it's I don't know how much of this has actually been played by humans and how much is just on a computer.
Yeah, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. There's plenty of music that is like that. But, yeah, I think I basically agree in that I didn't particularly like this at all.
No.
There were, bits of it that felt like, right, okay, so is this why it's called rock? But still didn't sound good. I wanted to like it because... solidarity with the LGBT, basically going in with that bias of, okay, it's a gay woman. Do you know when you have award ceremonies, the person who gives the award who comes out? So Lynn Gunn gave an award to Laura Jane Grace for an icon in music. So I was like, right, okay, there's lots of kind of parallels here with other people that I'm interested in. I want to like this. And then I was like, oh God, this is...
It just sounded bratty to me. I don't want to do this anymore.
Yeah.
Oh, shut up. As soon as that came on, I was like, I don't want to do this anymore. Been waiting to say that for ages.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Had that lined up.
Yeah.
Yeah. There was I was listening to some of it in the car with my partner Rach, and she was saying that it just sounds very cringe. There's stuff one of the songs being called Senti-Mental.
I know. And then there's whatever that sentimental is, I can't remember the thing, but then it's the little background vocal where it's psychosensual. It's oh fuck. No, not that, but just shut up.
Yeah, I found it quite annoying.
Yeah.
And like, because we were planning to do this review a week ago, but you were vomiting up all over the place. And I haven't listened to it again since then because I didn't really want to put myself through it again.
No.
Usually, if we're having like a week gap, then I'll listen to it a few more times, like I did with Naz, and make sure it stays familiar in my head. But I thought I've listened to it enough and I don't want to listen to it anymore.
Yeah, I listened to it once again this morning because I hadn't listened to it this week at all, just to remind myself how bad it was, just to make sure it wasn't just like some horrible memory.
Imagine if you listened to it this morning and you really loved it.
But it's my illness has affected me horribly. Yeah, how to say anyone can have listened to this. I don't know if this is like a major departure for this band or is this what it's always sounded like.
I listened to a few other songs, like little snippets of other songs really, and it seems like it used to be more rock, especially when it was the full band rather than just Lynn Gunn, because they did have guitarists in it as well. So it was still quite synthy, but more focused on the guitars, I guess.
Yeah.
And the impression that I got from like my brief look into it was that it went more electronica after they left. That could be dead wrong because I have only looked at a couple songs otherwise, but that's the impression that I got from a glimpse into it.
So it's her fault.
Yes.
Yeah.
Were there any songs that you enjoyed on it?
No, not at all. There were plenty of songs that I hate on it. All of them. There's absolutely no redeeming features to this. Like, I hate the bratty vocals, the guitars are awful, lyrics cringe, like you say. There's just no selling value. My life would have been better if I'd never heard this album.
Alright.
How about you?
The only song that I can think of that I didn't really dislike was track 4, I want to say, begins with an M, but I can't remember. Animal, yeah. Famously begins with an M.
Yeah.
I didn't mind that. Well, no, I did still mind it. I still didn't like it. But it was the one that stood out as less annoying and less cringy. But still, I wouldn't advise you go and listen to it because I still don't like that song.
No.
So, yeah. Whacking a number on this one.
0.5. Just because, you know what, in order to make any sort of music, you've got to have some level of talent that I don't have. So,
okay.
Kudos to that.
Kudos to being able to actually make some music.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll go for a 1. I didn't like it.
There we go.
That's the end. Before we do wrap up, if we just have a little natter for any of our super fans who want to get a glimpse into our lives of what we do outside of this, what have you been listening to over the past week?
And nothing over the past week because I've been recovering from illness for most of it. But prior to that, I've been listening to the Yola album.
Yola?
Yeah, Walk Through Fire. It's like Stax and Motown soul, but for the new generation. She used to be in a band called Phantom Limb. She's from Bristol.
Right.
Yeah, she's got an amazing voice. And I think I don't know if he plays on it, but he's produced by a guy called Dan Auerbach, who's in Black Keys.
Right.
I think he wrote a lot of the songs on it as well with her. But she's got another album that I need to buy. Just based on that. I'd heard a few songs off that before, which prompted me to buy it. And yeah, it's just so good.
I've not heard of it before, so no. That's a completely new one for me. Over the past week, highlight of the albums I've been listening to has been The Strokes. Is this it? The one with Last Night. It was just a really good, fun album. Otherwise, been re-listening to Carole King, Tapestry, because it was my birthday and my sister got me that on record. She's also got me Electroshock Blues by Eels, which hasn't arrived yet, but I will be listening to that. And also, even though I was on holiday, I bought some more records because we walked past an HMV. I said to Rach, don't let me go in there. And she was like, but it's raining. And then I walked out with 2 more Eels records.
Really?
Yeah.
So have you got them all now?
I think I've got like 4 left before I've got them all. So yeah.
No,
there
I stayed away from getting you an Eels record because it's just going to be a repeat or something.
It's a great misery album. I think the best Eels records, in my opinion, are the ones that are really, really low and miserable. When he tries to be happier, I still like it and I'm happy that he's happier, but the music isn't as good. So it's basically a whole album, a concept album about breakup and just feeling like rubbish. It's dead nice. I like it. that'll bring us to the end of this show. Let us know what you've been listening to in those comments down there. If you have any questions for us, when we get to 100 subscribers, we're going to be answering basically anything that people ask. So get it down there and we'll answer it, more than likely, because, it's not as if we've got millions of people asking us things. Ask us something, it will get answered.
Yeah.
And then next time, we'll be reviewing this album at the top of the screen now. And, yeah, have a good time in the meantime, and I'll see you on the B-side.
Bye.